Okay. Let me just click on OK. Got it. All right, brilliant. So welcome everyone to the October company meeting. So this is the mandatory meeting that we have every single month. It's really important for us to have these meetings with you guys and with ourselves because one, it gives us all the opportunity to be together in one place, in one meeting, to hear each other speak, to share ideas, and more importantly, to use this forum as an opportunity for learning. So the agenda for today's call, we've got 3 specific points that we are going to be focusing on. The first one is to provide you with an update on our social media. The second one is just to talk a little bit about our social media engagement. And then the third one is to talk about our monthly meeting expectations, and then we will jump into the actual learning topic for the meeting, which is vision boards. So in every single meeting, we will have a topic that we have selected where we will do what we'll call a teach back on. This is something that will be delivered by one of our founders or by one of you guys as interns as well. So we really invite you guys, if this is something that you automatically think you would like to do, to put yourselves forward if you have any specific topics you would like to educate the rest of us on, as we're always really excited to have you guys teach us as well. So to kick off, this is a social media update as of today. So what we do with these updates is compare our social media follower numbers in comparison to the month before. So we'll look at Instagram first, which has had some positive growth. I think ultimately here, whilst we could look at this and say, oh, it's just one more follower. Well, the good thing here is, well, we had some increase here, whether it's 1 or 2, it doesn't matter. Obviously, the more the better, but just the fact that we've had an increase in 1 follower is fantastic. And ultimately, with this social media update, we do this with you guys because this is based off of all of the work that you guys are doing. Our focus here really is to grow our brand, to grow the awareness of the Women Flix brand, and we can only do that by increasing our social media followers, and this is due to you guys, so thank you so much. If we look at Facebook, we had an increase in a couple of followers again, so really, really good news. LinkedIn as well. Twitter, this is a massive increase, and we haven't had an increase this big with Twitter as far as I can remember, so this is amazing. I would also like to point out that in August to September, we had no change in followers. So August was 49, September was 49. So this is literally amazing. So thank you so much, guys. And then TikTok, we've got an increase in 2 followers as well. Danielle's been doing a great job with the reels as well for TikTok, the videos for TikTok. So this is obviously down to that piece of work. So thank you so much. Now, monthly meeting expectations. Those that are present in today's meeting, thank you so much for being here. Danielle, Philippa, Inez, really appreciate it. For those that aren't here, everyone has messaged to say that they couldn't make it. But Yola, myself and Anna just wanted to ensure that expectations are well set. We have noticed that some people haven't been reading the intern welcome pack like they are requested to at the beginning of the internship. We set these dates months ago, and when you guys got your welcome pack, they are there for you guys to ensure that you block out your calendars for both dates every single month at these times, unless of course you are working in your other jobs. Many of you do have other paid jobs you are working, and you have communicated this at the beginning of your internship. You may not have your rotas for all of the months that you're going to be doing your internship with us, but either way, you should be communicating it either at the beginning of the internship or as soon as you know that you're not going to be available for those dates. We do always communicate as soon as possible when we have confirmation of which date it is going to be, because we don't do both dates. we give you 2 dates and then we always confirm which one it's going to be. So we do expect you guys to give us notice if for any reason you don't believe there's a date that you can make. I felt this time round I confirmed the date and had multiple people saying they could make it. However, it is a requirement for you guys to be present in these monthly meetings as per your contract. So really appreciate those of you that are here today, appreciate those that communicated as well that they couldn't make it. But guys, please, please, please make sure you are marking your calendars for the next couple of months that you're with us. Making sure you're available, and if you can't be available, let us know today. For those that aren't here, when you watch the recording back, please communicate that with us so we're not leaving it to last minute, because the aim here is for everyone to get value out of these sessions. So Yala, did you have anything you want to say or add?
No, all good. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you.
And before we kick into vision boards, I also want to touch upon the social media engagement part, which was the third piece on my agenda. I've noticed that Yola does message the internship group. Yola does this and she requests that people like, share and comment. Women Flix has undergone a massive revamp in terms of its social media. The whole purpose of social media is to create brand awareness, as I mentioned early on, for us to increase and improve our brand. And we really need your help as colleagues and team members with regards to the engagement. So the reason Yola sends out these messages is basically because it's us requesting for you guys to help. So the more you guys, like the pictures when they come out, the more you comment on them when they come out, the more likely it is to get to another woman or someone else who could be a potential client. So we'd really, really like to ask you guys to help us in that sense with regards to the engagement, because it's all part of the work that you guys are doing and the work that we are doing as well. This is a team effort. So when you guys can, please, when you see those, don't just ignore them. Do try to comment, do try to share, to like them as quickly as you can. And I'm not saying this to put pressure on you guys or to call anyone out, but just wanted to let you guys know that this is the reason why we're doing it and why it's important to us, because it is going to help us grow our brand and reach more women. So don't know if Yola wants to add anything to that in case I missed anything.
No, not really. You said everything, and I'm sorry, Vanessa. When you asked me, I think you were mentioned to me before I say something. But yes, it's like Vanessa said, because it's not without a reason that we place this on the group. Like and comment. This makes sense. You are part of the mission. You believe in us. You believe in Women Flix. So I haven't seen any comments from any intern or any team member that is working with us at Women Flix or on my anywhere. Anyone that it makes feels like is Women Flix team should be doing this, should support. Even is not for grow our company just, but is to help the algorithms in any platform, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, because that's the way things happen on social media. So if you know and you are young and you are free and you are there, and that's the thing, you are there. So you check other people's things. Well, why not we doing this for our company? So think about this, and we really appreciate, because even when Danielle placed the links, please, she's placing the links there for this purpose, for you to get there, for you to check the message, for you to read, or for you to comment. And if you like it. I don't want you to like something that you don't like, that you don't feel like.
And if you don't like it, tell us.
Yeah. And if you don't like, just tell us. So we are happy to receive your thoughts and your opinions. It's very important, especially because when you go, you can see a problem on the post and you say, hey, Vanessa, the post doesn't have content. Oh, Yola, the reels is something is going on with the video is crossing, is passing, is something. Do you understand? This is all the work you're doing, guys. So we need to have this on you to be able to see, okay, it's working, because it's only been Vanessa, Yola, and yeah, on Instagram, basically more on Instagram. I see quite a lot of tweets by Charlotte. I'm going to mention the name because I know Charlotte is a Twitter girl, I'm sure. She will be loving to listen. But there we go. She's always on tweets. She replies, she likes, she retweets. And that's the job. That's what we need to do. We need to support because we are here to support women all the way to success. So if you believe in our mission and if you are working with us, why not? So that is the invitation and the request from us. Thank you. Thank you, Vanessa.
Thank you, Yola.
You're welcome.
Right, so let's go. I do have a hard stop at 4. So super excited to be sharing this vision boards course. This is something that is very, very, I will say, passionate for me. I'm very, very passionate about this topic, about this course, about this theme. It's something that has been with me for as far as I can remember, since I was about 15 or 16 years of age. And now 32 years of age, to give you guys some perspective into that. But I massively believe in vision boards. So I'm going to be sharing this topic with you guys today. So we are going to be looking at how to make a vision board today. Now, quick question to Danielle, Inês, and Felipe. Do either of you guys use vision boards at the moment?
I kind of have one as my wallpaper.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah,
Love
it
it.
doesn't really mean anything, I think. Just the colors just match in the picture, so I thought it was good. I put it myself.
Well, it makes you feel good, right?
Yeah.
Sounds good. Well done. Anyone else?
I'm not using one at the moment, unfortunately, but I know that I should,
All
for
right.
sure.
There's always a good way to start feeling like you should, so well done.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go. What is an actual vision board? Well, a vision board is, we've already heard that someone has it as their wallpaper, but it's also a physical manifestation of your goals. The fact that you have it as your wallpaper, it may not have any meaning. It's not a bad thing. A vision board is also something that represents things that make you feel good, things that make you feel a certain way, things that remind you of a certain feeling. So it's already one way to start. But it involves collecting pictures that speak to the future of what you actually want to create. So that future can mean feelings, it can mean goals, it can mean destinations, whatever it is. So we mentioned a wallpaper. I'm going to keep referring to it because I think it's a real life example based on today. But basically, it's when pictures are arranged on a board or a phone or a book for a pleasing reminder of where you're headed or where you want to be in terms of your state of emotion or mental state. Why should we actually create a vision board though? They are what I believe a very important part of the annual goal setting process. So I'm not the kind of person who just sets one vision board and then looks at it again at the end of the year. I will review my vision board quite regularly. As and when I achieve certain things, I'll remove pictures, add new pictures, add words. But I make sure that at the end of every year, I am looking at the goals that I set for myself for this year and what new goals I want to set for the new year coming. They really help to set and prioritize your goals, your values, and your intentions. So when we talk about your intentions, again, it's in intentions on how you want to feel, intentions on what you want to achieve, intentions on where you want to go and where you want to be, and really putting them out into the universe. So they're also very fun to make, in my opinion. I've found that probably as I've gotten older, I don't put as much time into them as I used to, simply because my priority now is not making it look very artistic and creative like I used to when I was younger. But I do still find them really fun to make, and the process of cutting pictures out as well. But just the actual process of making it, for me, helps to plant my goals. It's sort of, if you think of a seed and you're planting a seed into some pots, or into some land, you see it in the same kind of way. It really helps to plant them into your head and really put them out into the universe. And then more importantly, once it's complete, having something that you can see every single day with images and words that represent your goals, your wishes, and your values will help you to actually remember what it is that you want to do, what you want to be, and what you want to have every single day. And then, most importantly, it's going to help you to hold yourself accountable to ensure that you move towards those things both consciously and subconsciously as well. So, how do you actually start a vision board? I know as human beings, we can sometimes get really anxious about thinking about things, and the whole thought process of thinking of how to do something prevents us from even starting because we get really wound up. Well, I like to think that a vision board is very, very simple. Initially, all you need is a pen and some paper, and to just start setting your goals and prioritizing them if you haven't already done so. Once you've then actually done that, start to just create a basic structure, and you can create this basic structure again on paper with pen, or just have it in your head, but actually really visualize what you want your vision board to look like. um, Once you've done that, start to write out those goals and ideas on actual paper that you are then going to cut out, or maybe you're going to type it out, print it, cut it, whatever the options are. However you want to do it, that's the most important thing. It has to be personal to you. Um, and then obviously, if you want to find images of, let's say, for example, for me, images of countries, images of things that I associate with, of the targets that I have, I'll look for those images. Um, and if I actually want to find some words that have specific kind of art behind them, again, this is when I'll do that as well. So they're not words that I've created, but words that maybe have a bit more of a creative aspect to them. I'll search for those as well. Then after you've done all of that, you've cut everything out, you start to sort and arrange the images and the words, and you will then edit and create your, what I call, goal board and vision board. So once you've done that, make sure obviously to glue down your images. Some people choose not to glue them straight away, but actually just pin them down, and they'll put their board up to see how they feel. They'll leave it, come back to it the next day, and then they'll decide, actually, yep, I like the feel of that. I like how it looks, and I'm going to keep it looking that way. And then they will glue it down as a final step. So it doesn't have to be something that you complete on the exact same day. If you're like the younger Vanessa, you may want to get some felt tip pens, do some doodles, do some sketches, add some handwritten words. Sometimes having a bit of handwritten stuff as well just adds a bit more of a personal touch to it. So a lot of people who don't have a vision board yet question whether even, is worth doing, or if it's worth the investment of time, and what it actually results in. The whole reason for me having started a vision board was because I read The Secret. So has anyone read this book besides Yala?
No, not me.
I
So none of
haven't
you?
either, but I've heard of the law of attraction before.
Awesome.
Exactly the same thing. I haven't read it, but I read about it a lot, actually.
Wow, guys, I am gonna recommend that, like, if you guys like reading, you get this book. It is not a long book to read as well. It's one that you can read very, very quickly. But when I first read this book, I was about 15 or 16. I read The Law of Attraction first and then The Secret. But it basically talks about the law of attraction, forming your entire life experience, and it's doing that through your thoughts. So with a vision board, because you're visualizing what your goals are every single day, you're going to emit certain frequencies out into the universe. So when I refer to putting it out into the universe, this is what I talk about, because you are what you think. So I really urge you guys to get the book if you have never read it and you're curious about it. It's amazing. It's literally life-changing. Um, and I keep talking about feelings because it's not just about, you know, the things that you want, but it is also about how you want to feel. Maybe there's a certain smell that you like because it makes you feel a certain way. Well, include that, include the word of that smell in your vision board because it makes you feel good. It is great to include materialistic stuff, but if you really focus on the feeling of, say, for example, I'm going to mention Hawaii because Hawaii was one of the destinations that I had been wanting to go to for a long time. And then I finally went in 2019. And I can always refer to how it felt when I landed in Hawaii. And that for me comes to life a lot more than just visualizing a picture of Hawaii. So really think about your feelings. So what do you need? So any kind of board. Mine's a cork board. I've always preferred a cork board. I've tried using different boards, but I've always gone back to a cork board. I've spent money trying to use different boards, don't like it, go back to a cork board. So just try what works for you. I've even just, you know, glued straight onto the wall at some points in my life. You have to find what works for you. That's the most important thing. But the most important thing is that it is something pretty that you like to look at every single day. Besides that, you'll need some scissors, some tape to tape down the images, you know, as you're testing them out, or some pins, and obviously a glue stick once you have decided that you actually like how your board's going to look. So you can glue all of your stuff down. If you want to be a bit more artistic, like the younger Vanessa, some fun markers, felt tip pens, like I mentioned, stickers, or anything else that will make you feel like your board is a bit more personalized. Do whatever like feels right to you guys. There's no right or wrong here. The more personal you make it, the better it's going to make you feel. And remember, it's all about your feelings. Some people do like this idea of the magazines as well. So I have put this in here because I too have tried this out. Worked at one part in my life, but I feel that magazines necessarily don't relate to my being as a person. I don't really read magazines on a day-to-day basis. I'm more of a book person. So for me, magazines, I'd have to be purposely going out of my way to buy a magazine to cut it. But if you guys do like magazines, then great, you know, use those magazines as well, cut images and quotes from them and use them. And then obviously everyday things. So if you have like photos of how you want to look, how you used to look, you know, maybe there's a certain physical image because you were doing a lot more exercise at a time, or, you know, maybe there is a certain location where you want to one day and you want to go back to that location. Use everything that's personal to you and put it into your vision board, everything that relates to feelings that you want to have in your future. And obviously time, you need a lot of time. This is not something to do when you're feeling anxious or stressed or something that you want to pressure yourself to do. It is something that you want to do as a fun activity. And there are even people who make parties out of it. So they will invite a group of friends to create a vision board together, and they'll talk about the goals that they have, and you know, it ends up being a really, really fun activity. So if you guys feel like you have friends as well that don't have vision boards but you feel would like to do it as well, then why not get together and do it all together and help each other out? So what are the benefits? It's going to help you motivate yourself, de-stress, be creative and have fun, figure out your goals. Maybe you already have them figured out, but it's just going to help you map them out even more and make sure that they are definitely the goals that you're going to be laser focused on. It's going to help you reassess where you are and what you need to do. Remind yourself of where you want to be, and also get over your limitations and condense your thoughts. Our mind can be very overwhelming, so I find that this is something that it helps to do as well. And then finally, it's going to help you to ensure that you're saving money, because you're going to be so focused on the goals that you guys have that you're going to think, yes, I want to do this, but is this related to the goal that I have of achieving X by X time? Actually, no. So I'm not going to do it. And I do find that it does this a lot of the time. So that is why I've put it in there as one of the final ones. And that is it. So I hope you guys have been inspired by that. It's never too late to get started. So whether you get started today, tomorrow, next week, it doesn't matter. But I really recommend you guys to create a goal to get started and really have some fun with it. It's something that's been very, very life-changing in my life. I use it till today because it works. And, you know, when you guys do get started, please share your feedback on how it's going as well. And that is it. So does anyone have any questions or comments?
Thank you, Vanessa. It was awesome. Really enjoy. So I
Thank
let
you.
the girls talk to you. Oops. Anything to
Yeah,
say?
it's very interesting. Thank you so much for sharing these ideas, because sometimes I get a little too stuck on the, why it seems so complicated to do. Should I do it physically? Should I do it just online? What do I do? And you actually cleared those things out. So thank you so much.
Welcome, Inij. I'm glad.
Vanessa, I do have a question regarding the book you mentioned. Who is the author? Because I did read as well, but I read one in Portuguese. I don't know if it's the same author. Could you tell me? Simon something?
Hold on, let me tell you. It is
Okay.
Rhonda Byrne.
From the secret author then.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I do have to go, guys, because I need to go straight into another meeting. But Yola will still be here if you guys have questions. And